guys, so I'm back for another car chat, and before I get into it, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate the feedback, all the positive comments, and the interaction in the comments. I truly appreciate it, and I didn't expect as much of a great response as I'm getting. Like, I did expect you guys to appreciate the more personal aspect of these videos, but I didn't expect it to get as much love as it is getting. And I love that we're getting to interact in the comments, not only with me reading your comments, but also other people reading your comments and seeing that they may not be alone in a situation, or they may not be alone in an experience. And it definitely brings us closer together, and I really appreciate that personal aspect of this. And that was what these car chats were meant to do. They were meant to be a medium for us to interact on a more personal level, and for you guys to feel like you know me a little bit better than just, hey, let's blend this eyeshadow out. So I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. So moving on to the car chat, remember to go over to my other channel. I'll leave the link to the channel, and you can click it and subscribe. So we're gonna start putting the car chats over there. Some people said they had trouble subscribing. Try again. I'm gonna see if it's a problem with the link I put in there or something. So just try again and see if you can subscribe there. I also have the channel linked from the beauty channel page. So if you go to the beauty channel, you'll see it on the side. I think it's on the right hand side. My additional channels that you can click and subscribe there directly. So check that out. Definitely subscribe. We're gonna start putting the car chats over there. But this video, I wanted to talk about being the other woman, and this came up because in one of the last car chats where I spoke about cheating, a lot of people said, you know, they didn't cheat themselves, but they have been the other woman. And to me, that is kind of contributing to somebody else cheating. So it's kind of, you're still as bad, unless you just genuinely didn't know, like the guy was fooling both of you or multiple people, then that's different. But if you are knowledgeable, you knowingly engage in a relationship with somebody that is in a committed relationship, then you're also a cheater. So that's just my point of view. Have you been the other woman? And how did that make you feel? And how would you feel if you were in a relationship and somebody else was the other woman? I mean, that's what it boils down to, because you're doing something you probably don't want to be done to you. So have I been the other woman? Yes, and unknowingly so. And I've had some hilarious stories about being the other woman. So when you're the other woman, you typically find out because you get a phone call, and it's hilarious. It's really not hilarious, but when I look back at it and think about it, it's hilarious to me. But I see where these women are coming from, because I personally have made that call. Like, I found out my boyfriend at the time was cheating. Whether it was emotional or physical, I don't know, but it was definitely on an emotional level. He would call this girl. He would get off work, he would call me, say he'd call me at 11. The call would end at 11:05, and I have this phone bill to know, you know, when you get the duration of the call and you get the phone bill, right? So he would call me, 5 minutes, done. Then he would call another number right after he hangs up from me and be on the phone for hours, like 3, 4, 5 hours, like them kind of serious conversation there. And this was at like 2 a.m., 1 a.m., like staying on the phone till 5 o'clock in the morning. This is that's some serious situation when you're on the phone for hours at the wee hours of the morning. I mean, he worked at night, but still. So that was like, really? So I got the number and I called the girl. Now, I was young and dumb and, you know, whatever. Now I wouldn't have done that. I would have confronted him first. But I called her. And what we seem to forget when we make that call is her loyalty is not to you. Her loyalty is going to be to him. So anything you have to say means nothing to her, because she knows him. She doesn't know you, and for all you know, he's talking all kinds of crap about you and painting you in a negative light to make himself the victim and to kind of justify their relationship and make her feel like, oh, she stands like she's gonna be the next girlfriend, and it's just a matter of weaning you off. You know what I mean? So always keep that in mind, that you are the enemy. No matter what, you are the enemy. She's either trying to get where you are, get into your spot, or he's painted you in this really horrible light. So I made the call, and she was like, yeah. And I'm like, do you know such and such? And she's like, yeah. And Ray, tay. And the classic line, and I've heard it myself, and I'm like, I can't believe I used that line, was, woman to woman. As a woman, you know, you should tell me what's going on, because, you know, womanhood and all. Yeah, it's like woman power. Like, we should come together and team up. And yeah, that woman line is like the ultimate script for the other woman call. And she was like, well, and she was almost cursing me out and attacking me. And I'm like, wait, because again, her loyalty's to him, and whatever he told her about me, that's all she knows. So it's like, all right. The conversation didn't go for long because all I needed to know was that they were doing whatever. So it may hurt and I may cry when I'm alone, but bye. I am out that relationship. I'm not the type of person that's going to stick around after you cheat. There are a couple of things that will make me leave someone without question. If you cheat on me, outright cheat on me, bye. And people always say, oh, you can't say that. Somebody said to me, I can't say that because I haven't, this was before I was married. She was like, you can't say that until you've been married and you have a house and kids and dog and puss, and then you have to leave. Yeah, I'm still gonna leave. I don't care. We could have been married 20 years and you cheated on. No, I'm gone, because I know myself, and I know that I'm gonna drive myself nuts, and I'm gonna drive you nuts, and I'm gonna just ruin the relationship by trying to work it out and stay with you. Because once the trust is gone from me, that's it. Like, I will never trust you again. I will never respect you again. And the whole relationship is gonna change. I'm gonna treat you differently. I'm gonna talk to you differently. I'm gonna be real smart and slick. And guess what? You can't say nothing because you're the one that was in the wrong. And it's just gonna be a horrible, miserable mess. So I'd rather leave and deal with that hurt and that pain than stick around and try to like tough it out, because toughing it out is just going to make it worse in the long run, because I'm going to be unhappy as hell, and I'm going to make sure that I make you unhappy as hell. So I'd rather go and save us all that drama, save me some time, and just, it might be hard. I'm not saying it's not going to be difficult, especially when you've invested in someone, but if that happens, I'm gonna be gone, because at the end of the day, the only person that's responsible and responsible for my happiness is me. Like, I can't depend on you to keep me happy or make me happy. I have to want to be happy myself and make myself happy. So no, it not gonna make me up. It's a bye. And if you beat me, if you hard beat me, if you take your Amalek bounty killer and beat me, bye. Again, that's another thing that I'm done. Wash my hands, gone. Me not care. You could have Chris like money, have millions, bye. Me not care. My gone. I could have 50 pitney with you, bye. Me I take the 50 of them and we are gone. So don't cheat and don't beat me. That's it. Just don't do that, and we good. And as long as you're trying, I'm trying. But anyway, so the other woman called. All I needed was that bye. And it hurt. Like it hurt. Like it hurt. I was more mad at myself for allowing it, because I knew like something was happening. Like, you know, your instincts tell you, you know what's going on. So you just need to get up and be like, yo, bye. But it is hard, and I know that for a fact it is hard. Sometimes you've invested and it's hard to just pick up and go, and people are ready to fight the next girl, fight the girl, you know, for the man. Like, my girl, it takes two to tango. Your man was the one that went out and got involved with this person. So yeah, maybe you should have talked to your man rather than try to fight the girl. And when you go fight the girl and accomplish, you're fighting the girl and all you're accomplishing is that he feels like he's the man. Like, oh yeah, him have it because two girls fight over him. That's all you're doing, and you look stupid and you're making women look stupid. So it's really not worth fighting a girl over your guy. Like, your relationship is with him, it's not with her. And yes, some girls can be real grimy and know that, yeah, it's your man and still go after him. Like, some women are really trifling like that, especially these days. Like, yo, them have some dirty ways, but that is not your problem, because at the end of the day, you are in a relationship with him. You're not in a relationship with her. And at the end of the day, him obligated to you, not she. Uno commit to each other, not you and she. So she can do whatever she wants and not care. He's the one that is in a relationship with you. So keep that in mind when y'all think about going to fight the other girl. Why? What she do to you? She not do it to you, or him do it to you. So now, I've gotten calls from from girlfriends too, and they are hilarious. Like I said, like, if I was in the situation, if I was the girlfriend, I'd be so mad, I'd be so hurt. But when I'm the girl that's being called, and it's just funny, because I don't know, I didn't even know that he had a girlfriend. Like, I got one call from this girl. She called me, if me know such and such, because that's the first question. Do you know such and such, and what you got going on with him, and did you know that he has a girlfriend? And the girl called me, right, and she's like, la 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 la, did you know he has? I'm like, no, he never mentioned you, never said he has a girlfriend. In fact, I've asked on repeat and he said he doesn't have a girlfriend. So you might need to talk to your man about that. And she's like, blah blah blah, and she'll tell me her whole story. And I'm like, my girl, why are you calling me? You need to call him. He never mentioned you, so how would I know that you exist? Like, you need to have that conversation with your man. And she'll talk, and like, I'm the evil one here. Like, I'm like, wait, I'm also a victim because I didn't know. Like, he didn't tell me he had a girlfriend, my girl. No, she quit. And then here's the kicker, and this is just, wow, I'll never forget this. She said to me, well, you might want to go to your doctor and get tested, because I went to my doctor and I have some STD. I don't remember what she did say. So I'm like, oh, well, I hope you get better soon. Hopefully they have a cure for that. Wait, tell me about you. What? I don't know if that was like her trying to like get at me or I'm like, girl, first of all, who tell you, and why are you assuming that I'm having sex with your man? First off, who tell us that we're having sex? Like, all you saw were phone calls and text messages. What makes you think we were and they weren't sexual text messages? What makes you think we're having sex? And second of all, what makes you think we're having unprotected sex? Not make it worse. You just think somebody fling on the things upon him. One. Then you think I'm doing it, like, to be crude, raw, like, just what? Me not pick up no man and just straight up just do whatever, raw meat, just listen. So I guess when I told her, yo, you can go fix yourself and figure out if you need penicillin or something, and I guess she thought that was gonna, oh, there's some potholes, sorry about the shaking, but I guess she thought that was gonna like really hit a nerve with me, like, oh my god, I gotta go to my doctor now and get tested. No, sweetheart, you got the wrong person. You got me all the way effed up if you think that was happening with me and him. So I hung up on her from her. He calls me apologizing. Oh my god, da 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 da. Yo, lose my number. Don't call me back, and don't tell her, don't call me either, because I don't want to talk to her. Because, hello, what me and she have in common, but you need to deal with her and get me out on the equation, alright? So yeah, that was the first call I got. And then the next time I got a call was from this girl, from some guy that I was, and it was actually my cousin's friend, which made it worse. Like, yo, my cousin couldn't tell me Sam have a girlfriend, but whatever. My cousin said he didn't know because they were on and off and blah blah blah. So the girl called me out, yo, if me no say him have a girlfriend, I'm like, no, he never mentioned you. No one mentioned you. And I told her, I'm like, you actually know my cousin because they were all friends growing up. She went to high school with them, so she even knew my cousin. And she was like, yo, all this time, but she was like, oh, they weren't really on, they were on and off, so maybe that's why my cousin wasn't sure. So she's there talking, and she thought she was slick too, like telling me all these things, all these stories, and how she has panic attacks, and you know, that's why she can't believe this, she's gonna have a panic attack right now, and blah blah blah. She answered his phone when I called, and then she called me back from her phone for telling me the story. But I was just listening to the story. I don't have a seatbelt on, oh no. But she was just telling me the whole spiel about him and talking bad about him, and how oh my god, she and him family, and she and him and her family spend the weekend together, and how she can't believe he's doing this. And I'm just like, yo, I don't know you call me fan because me not have nothing to do with food in a relationship. Yeah, maybe I did a little bit because, you know, he was being unfaithful, but at the end of the day, you need to call him. I mean, obviously me and him not in a nothing no more. He needs to keep it moving. But that also wasn't, again, these people are not people I was truly involved with, because at the end of the day, if you smell something fishy and your instincts are telling you, your intuition is telling you that something's up, then something is probably up. So I didn't get involved deeply with them, because yeah, I make sure I completely vet somebody out before I get involved with them on that kind of level. So she talk. I'm say, oh, deal with your man, and then he like disappeared, MIA, and I'm like, dude, you know I know you, right? And my cousin knows you, so how you just go MIA? Like, you can't. And then my cousin didn't deal with that very well either. Like, the way he handled that, as cousin to cousin, like, you would have thought he would have had my back somewhat and be like, yo, dude, call my cousin that square with a thing, apologize or something. But he didn't do that. But whatever, some steer. And then the last call, which I thought was the most hilarious one, is somebody I used to date. Like, I used to date way back, and then he was talking to me and calling me and texting me and stuff, and nothing was happening. It was an ex, and his present girlfriend called me. Well, she was his present ex-girlfriend. What? His most recent ex-girlfriend. And she had cheated on him, right? And she was trying to get him back and work it out and all this stuff. And so she called me and she's like, oh my god, what's going on? He's calling you, this number is in his phone, blah blah blah. And she literally told me their entire relationship. She told me details about things that I shouldn't even know. She knows me from nowhere. She didn't even know my name. She just asked me if I knew him, and then she just started talking, and I'm like, wow, she needed to vent big time. And she was only 22, so she was a little bit young and naive as well, so I'll give her that. But she was young and kind of dumb, and she was just spilling her heart out, and I felt so bad. But at the same time, I'm like, but you're the idiot that ruined the relationship. You're the one that cheated on him, so why would you expect him to just come back to you easy peasy? And she was telling me all these details, and I'm like, oh my god, like, if I was him, I would feel some type of way that she's there spilling his whole business. Like, how does she know that I'm somebody that she should be telling all his business to? Like, she was laying it out. I'm like, wow, what if I was just some random person or just an acquaintance or something? So when she spilled her heart out, still don't know my name, me know her whole business, me know she had a child, he was 2, and they go here and they play softball, and oh my god, he's so, and she kissed the guy and she didn't really mean to do it, and then he rolled up on them kissing. She's like, oh my god, he kissed me, I didn't. So wait, you put yourself in a situation to get kissed by another guy, and somehow you feel like, why would another guy feel it was okay to kiss you? Why was he at your house? You know, your boyfriend just happens to drive by. What? So she told me the whole story. I laughed, and this one was the one that I truly laughed about, because at the end of the day, it's like, why do I know all this personal detail about your relationship? But you know, it's interesting how relationships are, and what happens when you find out someone is cheating on you, and what you do in that case. And I've been guilty of it. I've made the call. Have you guys made the call? And like, how did you feel after the call? And how did you feel during the call, before the call? Like, that call is awful. The other woman call, and relationships are interesting. Love is interesting, and it makes you do really crazy things, and it screws with your mind, and things that you wouldn't normally do, you go ahead and do. So let me know what you guys think. It's interesting, it's funny, it's sad, it's stupid, it's just all kinds of stuff, but that's what love is. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.